It's time for that annual Nebraska-Oklahoma showdown. We are just seconds away from kickoff. I am Merlin Klaus. I'll be doing the play-by-play here. Joining me is Dan Livingston, the host of the Tom Osborne Show. And
got to be the biggest game of the year.
All right, Chris Drennan kicking off for Nebraska. It's deep. And that is Otis Taylor in the end zone. He will not run it out.
The Huskers have been very good at that.
There you see Collins, Brewer, Long, Perry, Bronson, Cooper, the backs and receivers, Mannix, Tuwatsky, Wise, Medise, and Houston, the starting offensive line. Here we go. The handoff to Brewer. He has a hole. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. Nebraska starting defensive line. We have Jeff Mills, Ray Valado, Mike Murray, Kent Wells, and Mike Kroll. The linebackers, Randall Jobin and Pat Tyrant. And the defensive backs, Pickens, Cooper, Tyrone Bird, and Tahan Lewis. Second down and 6 to go. The Sooners in the power I formation. Steve Collins calling the signals. Collins, he has the first down. Fumble! Fumble! Nebraska signals that they have the football.
A big hit. Nebraska signaling they've got it, and they have.
Oh my, what a start come up. And there's the starting lineup for Nebraska. Gadowski, Carpenter, Clark, Bell, Gregory, and Kratzenstein. The line, Tom Hunt, Wanek, Young, Babora, and Glazer. So first and 10 for Nebraska at the 34. They come out in the I formation. Gadowski, the quarterback. Carpenter is the fullback, and Clark is the I-back. The handoff is to Clark up the middle. Not much room there. Wayne Dixon, Stacy Dillard, Dante Williams, Scott Evans, and Chris Wilson. The linebackers Reggie Barnes and Frank Lovins. Thompson, Belzer, Ray, and Franks are the defensive back. And in either event, only 2 yards on that play. Second and 8, the Huskers in the spread formation now. Carpenter, the lone setback. Gadowski looking to throw. Here's Richard Bell. What a catch by Richard. And he's brought down at about the 23. As the Huskers line up in the power I formation, John Bostic split out wide to the right. Gadowski calls the signals. Gadowski keeps it. Gadowski, 15, 10, and he's inside the 10. Jerry Gadowski on the keeper. They Turner in along with Carpenter and Clark in the backfield. Double tight ends for the Huskers. Gadowski keeps again. He may go in. Touchdown, Nebraska! Jerry Gadowski made him look easy. I don't think he was touched on that play, Dan.
I don't think so either, and of course that's the way it's gone all year long.
Every time he kicks one, it's a new record. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 12:56 left to go here in the first quarter, Nebraska draws first blood. The score, Nebraska 7 and Oklahoma nothing. We have Otis Taylor and Duell Brewer. There's Drennan. It's into the end zone. Let's see if he runs it out. No, sir. So we have another touchback. All right, Steve Collins brings the team up now. The Sooners trail 7-0. Collins keeps it, and he is tackled in the backfield. Or excuse me, that's the fullback. Collins once again, 500 yards of total offense the last 2 weeks for Steve Collins, so he can move the team. That time he's almost tackled again, and Brewer is run out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Sooners. That's Ted Long in motion. They are certainly signaling for a legal procedure. Collins looking to throw. He's going long, and it is caught. That is Arthur Guest. He is going for a touchdown. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Oh, my. Well, so much for questions about their passing game, Dan.
Tahan Lewis there went up and tried for the intercept.
The extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. And so the big play, as it did in the Colorado game, haunts Nebraska, and it's a 7-7 ball game. He does the kicking off. R.D. Lasher does the placement kicks. And he kind of, with the line drive at it, it's Tim Yannick who has it. And he almost broke through there. Carpenter and Clark in the backfield. The handoff is to Carpenter. Oh, that hole closed quickly, man. It looked like Jerry Gadowski, 15 touchdown passes, only 2 interceptions this year. That is what you call an efficient quarterback. He's looking to throw again. Has plenty of time. And Jerry, 3rd down and 8. The Huskers in a passing situation here. Gadowski, the pitch to Clark. He has the room, and he has the first down. Morgan Gregory split out wide to the near side as Gadowski calls the signal. I'll tell you what, the Huskers have that option going. They go on the pitch to Clark. Not much there. And count is 2nd and 9. It's a double reverse. It's Richard Bell around the right side, and he has the first down. And OU has the edge in that, 38-28. If Nebraska wins today, they will be tied 5-5 for this decade. So some bragging rights on the line. First and 10 for the Huskers. The handoff is to Clark, and he has some yardage. Down to the 34, and Dan, 2nd down and 4. The handoff to Carpenter, trying to get that first down. Gadowski, play action pass. Richard Bell wide open. He has it. Touchdown, Nebraska. Oh my! What a thing! A tremendous fake. The only question, Dan, was whether or not the pass would be too long. Here's Greg Barrios, and there's a bad snap. That's Jerry Dunlap going in the end zone. Carpenter has it! A 2-point conversion! That is a tremendously important part of that kicking game. All right, Chris Drennan kicking off. Let's see if he can make it 3 for 3. Deep are Brewer and Taylor. This one's in the end zone as well. All right, here come the Sooners. Let's see what they can come up with offensively. The handoff is to Brewer, I believe. And doing the play-by-play and watching this game. 2nd down and 6 for the Sooners. Nothing. And nothing doing there on the front line. 3rd and 5 now for the Sooners. Collins. He is stopped short of the first down. Richard Bell and Tyrone Hughes. Hughes leading the Big 8 in punt returns. A high kick. Hughes fields it. He's going to go with it. He has some running room. Tyrone Hughes at the 50. One man to beat. Oh, and he is brought down by the punter. And the I formation, Carpenter and Clark the setbacks. Let's see what Jerry Gadowski has up his sleeve. Thus far, a very balanced attack. Gadowski looking to throw again. And he has his tight end. That's Kratzenstein. Inside the 30, I believe. Gadowski calls out the signals. Gadowski on the keeper. He's in trouble, and he goes down. There, let's see what he comes up with. Tom has pulled out his bag of tricks early in this game. The handoff is to Clark. He gets outside. He has the first down and more. Oh, my. What tremendous balance by Ken Clark. Brian Carpenter, the lone setback. Gadowski gives off to Carpenter. And not much doing there. We have 2nd down and 8 on the Oklahoma 19. The Huskers lead 15-7. Some movement on the line. Hunt might have moved his hand, first of all, and yes, that's the call. But the Huskers have had the more consistent drives. 2nd down and 13 now. Passing situation, Gadowski brings it out. Going into the end zone. Garrett is open. Touchdown, Nebraska! Oh, my! Chris Garrett, 5 yards behind the defender. All right, here's Barrios for the extra point, and it is good. And so, Nebraska moving on top, 22-7, with 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Into the end zone, we'll try it again. That one is strong indeed. Let's see if Brewer tries to bring it out. He does. Duell Brewer at the 10. Oh, line. Boy, all right, the Sooners. Steve Collins brings it up. 1st and 10 from the Nebraska 25. They trail 22-7. Collins on the keeper. Nice spin move there, but that is Reggie Cooper. The handoff is to Brewer. And he has a little yardage, but there is not much. All right. 3rd down and 3. There's a flag down. Collins keeps it. He's going nowhere. Short of the first down.
They're saying Oklahoma players are saying against Nebraska offside.
They're now at their own 38-yard line. Less than 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Collins looking to throw. He goes deep, and it's way overthrown. On the coverage there. Going for another big play. 2nd and 10. Collins. On the reverse. And that's Adrian Cooper trying to get outside. He has some yardage. Oh! Tripped up. So another big third down play coming up for Oklahoma. The handoff is to Perry, and he has a first down and more. As Collins calls the signals, he's at the 49-yard line. Collins pitching out here to Brewer. And Brewer has a little bit of room. Steve Collins directing the offense. Collins hands off to Brewer, and he is brought down by Mike Murray. Third down and 2 for the Sooners. Collins calling the signals. The handoff to Brewer. And Brewer has the first down and more. The ball is loose, but the referees will rule that it was down. The handoff is to Brewer, and he pounds ahead. Second and 6 from the 21. Collins will keep on this one. Nice move again, but Tyrants is there to clean up. Brewer once again the tailback. A fumble on the play. So we have a very interesting formation here for the Sooners. Collins going nowhere. Excuse me, it's the Boomerooski. Oh, a page out of Tom Osborne's playbook. That was number 54, Mike Sawatsky.
He just lets the ball drop. He picks it up, and off he goes. And it's the famous Garnerooski that Tom Osborne put in. It comes back to haunt him.
First and goal to go at the 1-yard line for Oklahoma. The handoff is to Perry, and it's a touchdown, Oklahoma. Leon Perry takes it in from 1 yard out. And Dan, I cannot imagine a more entertaining game than we are seeing here this afternoon. Dan, they're going for 2 points here. An interesting decision by the Sooners. And he makes it. Collins gets in for the touchdown, and now a very pivotal play because the Sooners are back within 7 points of Nebraska at 22-15. 12:45 left to go in the first half. Here's the replay of this, Dan.
Yes, he just puts it into the belly and pulls it back and goes on into the end zone.
This is Brad Riddell, the freshman, kicking off. Let's see if he can make it to the end zone. That is Leotis Flowers, and he tried to field it, and then it goes out of the end zone. First and 10 at the 20 for the Huskers. Let's see what Mr. Gadowski can come up with. He has played a masterful game thus far. That's Ken Clark in motion. And it's Richard Bell on the sweep. Bell makes a nice move. He has some room. Oh, brought down. Coming up for the Huskers. Power I formation now for Nebraska. Clark and Carpenter the setbacks. Nate Turner's a wingback. And the pitch is to Clark, looking for some room. He has some room, and he has the first down. Boy, that is just big. Kratzenstein is in at a tight end. Gadowski hands off to Clark. Clark has some room, a good block, and Clark cuts upfield for about 5 or 6 yards with about 10:55 left to go in this first half. Gadowski hands off to Carpenter. Carpenter has the first down and more. The power I formation. Morgan Gregory is split down low. That's Richard Bell going in motion now. Reverse. Looks like a reverse coming up here. Bell is going to throw it. Oh! Now he's going to run with it. And he has the room. Richard Bell brought down at the 35-yard line. Now first and 10 from the 35. 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter. 22-15. Nebraska leads. Gadowski looking to throw. Still looking. And he has. They Turner wide open. Turner inside the 20. Turner down to the 15. You saw Coach Osborne looking on here. First and 10 from the 16-yard line. The pitch is to Clark. Not much doing out there. But Oklahoma is not far behind. We have a second down and 9 at the 15. 9:22 left to go here in the first half. That's Turner in motion. Gadowski running the option. The pitch to Ken Clark, and oh, what a pitch by Jerry Gadowski. All right, we have a third down and 1 at the 7-yard line for Nebraska. Gadowski hands off to Clark, and it's going to be close. I think that last spin move by Gadowski calling the signals. First down and goal. Gadowski running the option. The pitch is to Clark. Clark cuts upfield. And that time the option was played. Again, we have Clark and Carpenter in the backfield. Richard Bell is also back there with them. Gadowski running the option. Gadowski. He's going to be dropped. Godowski doesn't roll out to the right side here and maybe try to throw this into the end zone.
One of the tight ends.
All right, there it is. He's going for Gregory. Oh, and it's knocked away at the last second. Greg Barrios is in. He is 4 of 5 this year, and he is their short-range kicker. Let's see what he can do here. The snap is high, but the kick is up, and it is good. So Greg Barrios puts Nebraska on the board with 3 more points, and the Huskers take a 25-15 lead with 7:17 left to play here in the first half. We'll have to see how far he can get this ball. Brewer and Otis Taylor, and that is going to be Brewer at the 10-yard line. Brewer out to the 20, and Brewer trips and falls. Steve Collins calling the signals. The handoff to Brewer again, and Brewer pounds forward. He has about 3 or 4 yards. All right, we have a 2nd down and 7 to go. Collins will keep it, and Collins cuts upfield. The Sooners in the familiar wishbone. The handoff is to the fullback, and it's going to be very close. I believe he may have it, and will suit them much better once they get it down. All right, Collins pitching out here to Brewer, and Brewer has some room. And they have a receiver split out wide. That is Ted Long. Split out wide. The handoff is to Brewer, and the Nebraska defense. They're at the 46. Once again, they break out of the wishbone formation. Ted Long split out to the right. Collins calling the play. He's going to throw it. The pressure is on. Let's see if he can get outside. He does. He has a first down. And they have a 1st and 10 at the Nebraska 49. The handoff is to Perry, and he has some room. Leon Perry, a little experience under his belt in that Colorado game to see what the Sooners might have done against the Buffaloes. 2nd and 1. The handoff is to Brewer. He has the first down. All right, they line up in the wishbone again. Steve Collins calling the signals on 1st and 10. Reverse, going with the reverse. This is Cooper. A nice block on Mike Kroll. That 2nd down and 5. Collins on the option. Cut the field. He has some room. Collins is finally brought down from behind by Jeff Mills. There you see the total yards. The Sooners have moved ahead again of Nebraska as the yards continue to pile up in this game. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Collins is brought down from behind. That is Kent Wells. Just over 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. 25-15 Nebraska. Collins almost got down in the backfield, and he finally is. Chris Caliendo. All right, that's Ted Long in motion. And Collins will go to pass. Looking. He has some running room. Collins brought down by Kroll and Jeff Mills, and he is far short of the first down. To make it a 26-yard kick, and he'll have the wind with him. A little bit of an angle for Lasher. The kick is in the air, and it is good. So the Sooners match 3-pointers with the Huskers, and with 44 seconds left to go here in the first half.
A real difficult kick, and as you said, he did have the wind behind him, but of course with that angle.
Now in the kickoff for the Sooners. That kick will not make it to the end zone, and that's Leotis Flowers at about the 5-yard line. Flowers out to the 20, and is brought down. 1st and 10 now for the for the Huskers. The handoff is to Clark on the draw, and he is up to about the 28. Certainly don't want to throw an interception at this point in time, although they do have 2 wideouts here. Let's see what type of play he comes up with. It's another draw play to Clark. And that is going to end the half. And what a first half of action it was. Memorial Stadium crowd on its feet cheering both teams as they leave. And the score here at the end of the first half. Nebraska 25 and the Oklahoma Sooners 18. Sooners are ready to kick off. This is Brad Riddell on the kick. And Leotis Flowers going deep into the end zone. And that one goes out of the end zone. And here we go. Richard Bell in motion. Godowski pitches to Clark. He has some room. Ken Clark out close to the first down. Nebraska with a first down, though, and they will have a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Jerry Godowski calls the signals. He has had a great first half. The pitch out is to Clark. Clark looking for running room. He turns the corner, and he is out to about the 37-yard line as we have a 2nd down and 2 at the 39-yard line. This time it's Brian Carpenter, and he moves for a first down. 14 and a half minutes left to go in this third quarter. 25-18. The Huskers leading the Sooners. And the Huskers stay in that power I formation. Ken Clark, that time, the blocking did not develop the way he wanted, and there goes the referee. It's the first time the Sooners have stopped the Huskers here on this drive in the second half. Godowski will throw it. Looking downfield, he has his man. That's John Bostic. John with a first down at about the 42-yard line. About 13 minutes left to go in this quarter. The Huskers are on the move. Carpenter and Clark, the setbacks for Nebraska. And we run the option again. This time Godowski wisely decides not to pitch the ball for the Huskers. Godowski rolls out looking for Bostic. Wide open! Bostic at the 30, the 25, and brought down at the 23-yard line. And we have Clark and Carpenter in the backfield again. The pitch is to Clark. Clark looking for some room. Not much there. And they are marching 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line. Godowski looking to throw. He's looking. He has a man in the end zone. Garrett has him. Chris Garrett, touchdown Nebraska. Chris Garrett on the option pass from Jerry Godowski. And the Huskers are on the board here in the second half. And the kick is good. 32-18. The Huskers are on top. Barrios is now 82 of 82. And his last 82 attempts. The Oklahoma Sooners. There's the kick. It's going to be a little bit short again. That is Taylor at about the 13-yard line. Taylor has a seam. And he loses the ball. It's loose. And I believe that's going to be Oklahoma's ball because that is Ted Long in motion. The pitch goes to Brewer. Brewer trying to get outside. It looked like he had a hole, but it closed quickly. Gosh, and he is certainly very experienced. 2nd down and 7 for the Sooners. Collins with a nice pitch to Brewer, but to no avail. Finally, Jobman wraps up Mr. Brewer. They've been successful in the past. In the first half they were. That's Ted Long in motion. Collins is looking to throw. There's nobody open. And he just throws it away. All he could do was loft it long. All right, here's Riddell on the punt. That's Tyrone Hughes. Hughes at the 8. Some nice blocks, but he is going to be brought down after about a 2-yard return. 32-18, Nebraska leads. There's a handoff. I believe that was Sam Schmidt. In at fullback, and he goes for a couple of yards. Godowski calling the signals. Clark and Carpenter in the backfield. The handoff, or the pitch to Clark. He has the running room. Clark getting up close to the first down. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. The handoff is to Clark. And not much doing there. And Nick Turner split out left. Carpenter and Clark to setbacks. Godowski looking to throw. He has a man open. It's Nick Turner. Turner at the 45 and brought down at the 47. They're in the spread formation. Brian Carpenter, the lone setback. Let's see if we have a reverse here. Well, we have Brian Carpenter up the middle. Bostic to the top of your screen, and Gregory split out wide to the bottom. Here's the double reverse. That's Nate Turner. Turner has some room and is close to the first down. Oh, yes. The 1st and 10 at the Oklahoma 41 as the Huskers continue to move the football. Godowski keeps, escapes the tackler. He has some room. The pitch. Oh! That is probably the first bad decision that Jerry Godowski has made all afternoon. Ted Long in motion now. The pitch is to Brewer. There's a reverse, and the Huskers have smelled this one out. Long is going nowhere. There's nothing more fun for a Nebraska audience than to be whipping up on Oklahoma. The pitch is to Brewer. He has some room and is brought down by Reggie Cooper. The handoff is to Brewer, and I believe that he has the first down. There you see the rushing totals. The Sooners of Nebraska pretty much matching each other in that regard. The big advantage for Nebraska, the passing game. Here is Collins pitching out to Brewer. Brewer gets a great block and moves outside. As the Sooners continue to march the football down the field, power football, the name of the game thus far. Collins looking to throw. Under pressure, he goes deep. It could be intercepted. It is! It is! That's Tahan Lewis on the return. He has some running room. Tahan Lewis finally brought down in midfield.
Let's see if Tom tries to catch him napping here.
Clark and Carpenter, the setbacks. Bell also in the backfield. Godowski keeps it. Not much room there. It's Clark and Carpenter, the setbacks. Godowski calling the signals. for the Huskers. Gadowski hands off to Clark. Clark almost got past Dante Williams, but that's a tough chore. 3rd down and 9 for the Huskers at the 48-yard line. Gadowski rolls out. He's looking to throw. He has Gregory, but I believe he's short of the 1st down. Boy, you talk about big plays. This has to rank right up there. Gadowski wants the crowd to quiet down as he calls out the signals. Clark and Carpenter, the setbacks here. The handoff goes to Clark, and he leaps for the 1st down. No question about that. 1st and 10 from the Oklahoma 38-yard line. Gadowski looking to throw. Looking to throw. He's open. Has Gregory open. Touchdown, Nebraska! Oh, my, what an aerial display Jerry Gadowski is putting on. This is shades of Steve Taylor in the UCLA game a few years ago, Dan.
It really is. Gregory's behind the defender again, and we see 83 in a row.
Ooh, Greg Barrios puts it through. Nebraska leading 39-18. I remember a prediction last week of 38-17 by Thewlis.
It really is. I mean, you have to go back to a guy who's thrown the ball as well as Jerry has thrown it.
Here in the the 3rd quarter, Drennan kicks off, and that's going to be Dwell Brewer, a very busy young man. He has it at the 3. He's at the 20, and he doesn't get much further than that. He's stacked up at about the 23-yard line. All right, we have the 1st and 10 and 24 for the Sooners. The handoff up the middle to Perry, and at the 25-yard line. There's Brewer. He has a big hole. And Brewer brought down 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line now. Collins. Boy, he pulled that out at the last second. All right, another 2nd down and 4. Collins hands off to Brewer. This time there is no room for Mr. Brewer. 3rd and 3. The Sooners running the option. The pitch is to Brewer. He has some room. And that's Reggie Cooper. 1st and 10 from the 45. That does not sound like a job I'd like, Dan. I'll tell you that. Here's Collins on the keeper. He has another 4 or 5 yards. They think the only way to keep Nebraska off the board is to keep the ball out of their hands. 23 seconds left to go. Here's the pitch to Brewer once again. A nice block, and Brewer has some room. And Cooper on the cleanup duty. All right, time running out here in the 3rd quarter. That's Perry up the middle. He's dropped at the 20, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Nebraska is leading this game 39-18. When we come back, Oklahoma will have 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line. Stay with us as Collins brings the Sooners up to the line of scrimmage. The handoff is to Brewer. Oh, boy, he took a hit in there. 3rd down and 5. That is Perry in motion. Collins on the keeper. It's kind of stacked up. He pitches it outside, and a great pitch it was. And Brewer, Oklahoma having trouble hearing the signals, perhaps. Collins, I believe Collins is keeping, and it's no go. That's Pat Engelbert. Now, Guess is split out wide. And that play goes nowhere. Or what do we have again? Another fumble-rooski.
Another fumble-rooski.
He just barely missed a touchdown, so the Huskers may be able to hold him out here. Perry. There is no signal yet. There it is. Touchdown, Oklahoma. It was very close. But the Sooners stay alive in this game to attempt the extra point, and RD puts it up, and it is good. So with 12:49 left to go in this ball game, Nebraska leading 39-25. But Dan Livingston, we have seen too many heart-stopping and heartbreaking finishes. Riddell in on the kickoff, and that is Tyrone Hughes and Leotis Flowers. And Hughes takes it a yard deep in the end zone. Oh, you better run it, Tyrone. You better run it. And he has some room. For just a second there, that delay. Clark and Carpenter are the setbacks. Clark in motion now. And here's the reverse with Richard Bell. And that hole closed in a hurry. All right, spot here in the 4th quarter. Gadowski on the option, looking to throw. He has Nate Turner out there. Nate, just over his outstretched fingers. We have Gregory split out to the near side, and John Bostic is on the far side. Carpenter the lone setback. Gadowski going back to throw. He has Gregory. will be short of the first down in this ball game.
Oklahoma's offside, and it'll be a first down for Nebraska.
Brewer fumbles, picks it up again. He was calling for the fair catch, but defense had held Nebraska down by a couple of touchdowns, and it indeed is offside. 11 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter. 39-25. The pitch is to Clark. Clark trying to get outside, and the Sooners run up to meet him. A couple of receivers split out for Nebraska. It's Richard Bell on the near side. There's a handoff to Clark, and not much running room again. Joe Bowden. So we have a third down at 6 from the 34. An obvious passing situation. Gedowski looking to throw. And he has Morgan Gregory. Gregory makes the catch. He's inside the 40. There is a flag on the play.
Direction, and that's what it is.
So the play is going to come back. The legal procedure in Nebraska. The Huskers in the I formation now. Gedowski. And Gedowski goes down. Boy, he did not have a chance in that series. A low snap. Sticky gets it away. And it looked like a fair catch called for by Brewer. So here we go. First and 10 from the 33 of Nebraska. Collins tries to keep it, gets outside. A nice move past Reggie Cooper. Whoa. First down for Oklahoma at the 46. That is Otis Taylor in motion for the Sooners. Collins, the handoff to Brewer. And he has stuck very hard. It was Peter Schmidt, the tight end, coming in. 2nd and 8 now. Collins pitches out to Brewer. The Huskers converging. Brewer is stopped. And Dan, that time, the Sooners send out Arthur Guess as the wideout Bruce Pickens picks up the coverage on him. Otis Taylor in motion. And Collins looking to throw. The rush is on. Collins going downfield. And it is incomplete. And the Sooners are going for it. 4th down and 7. This could be the ball game right here. 4th and 7. Oklahoma going for it. Collins looking to pass. He has time over the middle, and he has Arthur Guess. As they are marching down the field. Less than 7 minutes to play. Brewer on the handoff, and he goes nowhere. The Huskers have really, right now, both teams with their full complement of timeouts. There you see the clock ticking away. Nebraska a 14-point lead. Collins looking to throw. He's going deep. Nobody. Nobody there. It was almost caught.
Tom Lewis.
6:20 left to go now. 3rd down and 8 from the 34. As Otis Taylor comes out wide. Sooners with 3 wideouts now. And they go with the handoff to Brewer. And Dan, I do not understand that at all. Once again, we have a 4th down and 10. Let's see if Mr. Collins can come up with another miracle. He has plenty of time. The rush is on. Plenty of time.
Oh, he went down.
Went down, and the pass is kind of lost from his hand.
There's going to be nothing there. And that's exactly.
1st and 10 from the 36. Gedowski. Gedowski keeps. No, that is Carpenter. What has been, to me, one of the best ball games of this season. All right. 1st and 10 for the Huskers at the 47. The spread formation. Once again, Carpenter pounding up the middle.
Nebraska is in position, if they keep winning, to be in the national championship picture.
And there's about 4 minutes left in this game. The handoff is to Leotis Flowers. Leotis makes a nice move. And gets down to the 45. Was certainly a similar scenario. All right, 39-25. 3:34 left in the half. 3rd down and 2 at the Sooner 20 or 45-yard line. This is Leotis Flowers. He has some running room. Flowers at the 30. Flowers brought down inside the 25. There's a fumble on the play. And 3 minutes left to go. The clock ticking at the Oklahoma 42. A nice run by Flowers on that last play. The fake reverse. Flowers keeps it. And he's inside the 20. All right, 2:52 left to go. 2nd down and 5 at the 17. The handoff to Leotis, and that time he goes nowhere from the 18-yard line. Gedowski looking to throw. Gedowski into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Barrios will try it from about the 25-yard line. This will really notch up this game if it's good. The kick is up, and it is good. So Greg Barrios with his second field goal of the afternoon. It is 42-25, and Dan, I'll tell you what, the Sooners will have to score 3 times in the final 2 minutes of this game.
To Nebraska in the 80s.
And there is the kick from Drennan. Brought out to the 15, to the 20. And stacked up just on the other side of the 20-yard line. All right, Steve Collins on his own 21. He's going to have to really pull this one out of his pocket. Collins cuts upfield and is met by Reggie Cooper. Duell Brewer has 139 for the Sooners. All right, here's Collins. He's going to throw it long. And just about intercepted, and there's the flag.
Defensive pass interference. Automatic first down.
8 bowl appearances, although they will not have one this season. All right, back to live action. And Steve Collins just escaping Mike Murray, but there's no escaping Kent Wells. And I know Kent, the senior.
And I'm proud of him.
All right, second down and 19. Collins looking to throw again. He drills it way short of his receiver. The pressure was on. All right, we have third down and 19. Collins looking to throw, and he is hit from behind. That's Kenny Walker. The ball popped loose. Recovered by Oklahoma. There's a sea of frigid cameraman at the top of the stadium. Bobby. All right, this is it, fans. Collins. And that is intercepted.
By Bird.
Tyrone Bird on the interception. And he's just going to run out the clock a little bit, makes a little move, and stays in bounds. This is one of the more entertaining plays of the season. He ran 20 seconds off the clock, Dan. 42-25. Boy, this is sweet if you're a Nebraska fan. Joseph on the keeper. And there it is.
They're going for the goalpost.
Tom Osborne coming across the field. The fans streaming onto the field. Tom will shake hands, of course, first of all with Gary Gibbs. But the final score from Nebraska, 42-25. Just a great ball game for a Husker fan. A very exciting game. The fans starting to rock the goalposts. There you see this crew. They have waited a long time, about 7 years for this celebration, Dan. Fans, a happy celebration, carrying the goalposts off the field, and I'm sure the celebration will still be going on when this telecast airs this evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. This has been a sports video production. I'm Merlin Clausen on behalf of Dan Livingston. Say good night. The final score, Nebraska 42 and Oklahoma 25.